Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. More Birthright here as we wind down to the last few domains of the Brecht area. And today we're taking a look at one of the last guild features here for the Overlook, and that is the Black Ice Traders. Now they're neutral evil and rare for an evil domain to be available, but it is recommended, so players can actually run this. So, ostensibly a lumber guild formed by the humans of Gravesmill to supply the dwarves of Daikar Zigun with much-needed wood. The Black Ice Traders take a bite out of any trading, lumbering, or trapping in Gravesmill, the Dwarfheim Bay, and Black Ice Bay itself. So, over the past few years, the Black Ice Traders have then expanded their ruthless quote-unquote trading to include piracy, though they stick to the shallows of the Black Ice Bay, and basically trying to avoid Muden and then Svilans religiously, because they would essentially get wrecked if they got into conflict with those. Now, conflicts occur between the Black Ice Traders and Black Adara of the Svilans with increasing frequency, though, and as we referenced in that realm description, someone who's definitely eager for conflict with them, and really overall just an actual danger to the guild here as tensions increase. But let's take a look at your nominal guild holdings here. You got a fair few, a couple of 2s, a couple of 3s, and a couple of 4s, basically all in Gravesmill. Now, good amount of regency here. 21 generated, 12 accumulated. Not huge, but definitely workable. Now, our Linda Aldor has spent much of her energy forming a small pirate navy to protect her investments on land and prey upon more of her enemies. But again, the big boys of the naval arena in the Brecht lands certainly still outclass in every single way. So, and something that, if this is being taken on as a player, you want to be well aware of, and, something you don't want to overstep your bounds until you maybe are ready to take on some of the bigger players there. Treasury, a decent one, 22 gold bars. Again, not as huge as some of the guilds out there, but certainly a ample war chest. The guild maintains several trade routes with other guilds around the Great Bay region. They smuggle goods in and out of the most restricted states, so basically running blockades and stuff like that, including Muden and Danagau. So obviously the higher the risk, the higher the reward. So you have that going for you, and that would probably be the easiest way, is to just expand the market essentially with what you got going, but also trying to squeeze whatever you can out of those that you can, those that you have the ability to do so against. Now, the Regent here, as written for the campaign, if you do want to take the one right from the book, or eventually create your own character, you can certainly do that too. But here, Arlinda is actually a pretty decent one. Level 9 Thief, so definitely up there. Just a minuscule bloodline. Interestingly, it doesn't mention the derivation, but we can assume maybe Azrai, since it's evil. Or sorry, no, it does mention it. Sorry, BA. What are we saying here? Only a 17, but she is lawful evil as well. So she grew up in the logging camps of Gravesmill, and took over the guild mastership after the passing, the innocent passing of the former regent, perhaps, was just taken out. Since then, she's raised lumber prices almost 500%. She's currently expanding her interests beyond the lands bordering Gravesmill. Her tiny navy, while nowhere near as impressive as that owned by Colin Shafepate of the Svilans, is a match for any small vessel sailing out of Gravesmill or Reslev. So kind of cornering the market on that too, unless one of the bigger players showed up. Part of Arlinda's desire for expansion must come from the former freebooter Gravas Resketch, a quote-unquote noble of the realm. Gravas, a hard, middle-aged woman with designs on the throne, wants to use Arlinda and her Black Ice Traders in her schemes. Arlinda plays along for now, gaining Gravas' hard-won trust, but has her own plans for Gravesmill and the surrounding sea lanes. So, unfortunately, not one that I think that they mention much in the Gravesmill description as far as Gravas goes, but certainly something the DM can easily fill in and sketch out. So you have an interesting situation here. So you're definitely on the rise. You have some lucrative ways to gain income in areas and avenues of expansion, and certainly have some muscle to do that. So it's just a matter of growing fast enough to take advantage of things, but not so fast that you get swatted down by one of the major powers, or have otherwise potential allies maybe unite against you or things like that. So it's definitely a tricky path, but something that can be done if someone's eager to run sort of a more evil-minded guild as an actual domain. So interesting to use in a campaign, but a lot of potential there as well. A couple of the other ones that are mentioned that we've seen, so the Deep Steel Miners, the Nightwalkers, the King's Men, the Island Mage, and Grovnikin Stolevsky in Reslev as well. So you have a couple of those other guilds, but we've covered those more in the actual domain realm entries. So let us know, guys, if you have encountered the Black Ice Traders in your campaigns, if you've run the realm, how have you worked your goals and ambitions in that one. Certainly I think it's one where maybe less interesting in some ways as running it as a domain, but more featuring it as maybe like an either a source of antagonist in an actual D&D sort of adventure campaign, but also just a persistent thorn in other regions' sides as well. If you are running Birthright as a campaign system for running domains and realms and things like that. So, but let us know, guys, how you've interacted with the Black Ice Traders, if at all, in your campaigns, and how you might use a sort of piratey guild or a guild with ambitions to also delve more into piracy in your own individual campaigns. Be sure to hit us up in the comments with that. Like, subscribe. We'll have more Birthright for you very, very soon as we wind down the last few things for the Brights and then move on to other areas of the campaign world very soon. Thanks so much for watching.